Good afternoon and welcome back to Sugden Road for this afternoon's second game. This is the men's Premier Division clash in Phase 3, kick-off of Phase 3, which sees Surbiton face Holcombe. These sides have already met twice this season, and in fact the second time was only a week ago over at Holcombe Park. Surbiton sat on top of the league with 48 points at the end of Phase 2, and that's the first side to achieve a 100% record at this stage of the competition since the phased format was introduced by England Hockey. That gave them a 12-point lead over Wimbledon and means that they've already secured the league title, and with it a place in Europe next season as England's second-ranked team for the Euro Hockey League. But I'm sure that the Surbiton boys will be looking to maintain the momentum as they build towards securing a place in the league finals back here at Sugden Road, Surbiton Hockey Club, over the May bank holiday weekend, the 1st and 2nd of May. Last Saturday saw Surbiton run out 5-1 winners over at a chilly Holcombe Park. The goals on that occasion coming from Jake Payton, Barry Middleton, Stu Rushmere, Gareth Furlong, and man of the match, Nick Banderak. And until the last play of the game, it was looking like a repeat of the 4-1 win that Surbiton had over at Holcombe back at the start of Phase 1 last October. Surbiton have already secured and scored 78 goals in their games so far this season. And with Jake Payton picking up an arm injury last week, it'll be down to forwards Nick Banderak, Will Calnan and Max Anderson to try and keep the scoring run going, along with the penalty corner threat from players like Gareth Furlong. So here we are in Pool A. Pool A this year consists of Surbiton, Holcombe, Cardiff and Met, and Hampstead and Westminster. Hampstead and Westminster playing Cardiff and Met. That's a 4:15 start today, so probably just approaching or just past the end of the first half over at Paddington Rec. We'll try and keep you in touch with scores as we get them through on social media. Earlier in the day in Pool A, the Old Georgians beat Oxford 5-1 to kickstart their Phase 3 campaign. Holcombe finished the regular season in 5th place, having secured 8 wins and a draw from their 16 games. And after today's game, Surbiton will play Cardiff and Met tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, and Holcombe will travel up to Paddington Rec to face Hampstead and Westminster. This game starting a little bit late. Had some problems with the watering of the pitch. Pretty sunny day and it's windy, so the pitch had dried out quite a lot. So it was good to get that water system back on. Just a correction to one of my comments there. I think the Old Georgians beat East Grinstead earlier as Holcombe get us underway. Ramshaw just eliminating Nick Park there. Good cross. Across the circle, takes the deflection. It's going to be a long corner to Holcombe. Rowan Bowie looking to try and get the ball into the Surbiton circle. James Gall coming away with it. Nick Banderak trying to throw the aerial, but that's gone over the benches towards the adjacent cricket ground. Banderak driving forward against his old side. Stu Rushmere trying to get on the end of that one. Holcombe started well down this left-hand side. Matt Ramshaw getting 2 good crosses in early. Rowan Bowie again with the long corner. It's the ball back in play, back to Sam Taylor. Space down the right-hand side for Holcombe. Connor Williamson, well positioned just outside the circle. Stu Rushmere out to Nick Park. Williamson back to Nurse. Nurse allowed to carry forward. Holcombe looked to break, only Alex Pendle ahead of play. Ramshaw getting his head up, looking to play forward. Sam Taylor with the aerial. Good aerial into space. Good shot there from Holcombe's number 6, Michael Royden-Turner. Brings the first save of the day from Callum Douglas. There's to Furlong. The signal there from Chris Pelmore didn't allow play to go on, called the penalty corner early. Our 2 umpires today, Chris Pelmore and Johnny Downer. Johnny Downer wearing the cap. It's quite sunny here at Sugden Road today. So you've got Furlong and Nick Banderak on the penalty corner. Tim Nurse to inject. Gareth Furlong there with 2 opportunities to get his shot away. Didn't manage to. Surbiton made the changes, so David Goodfield, Tommy Austin have come into play now. James Gall there looking for a lead in the circle. Good interception there by Holcombe, plays the ball forward early. Michael Royden-Turner wins the free hit. Barry Middleton and Max Anderson have come into play for Surbiton. Nick Park attacking at pace down this right-hand side. Pushes the ball on to the foot of Mubashir Ali, wins the free hit. There's our first sight of Johnny Gall today. Alex Chihota using his skill and pace. Turned over there. Back to Sam Taylor. Changes the point of attack. Ellis Robson with the restart. Holcombe have started the game well, certainly with a little bit more intensity than they did last week when they were at home against this Surbiton side. Strong words there from Johnny Downer. Doesn't want any more of that breaking down of play. So we'll take the long corner, get the ball back in play. David Goodfield on the ball. It's the foot of his own player. Ball given away there by Ellis Robson. They could be in trouble now. Middleton to Rushmere. Connects with the back of the stick there. Holcombe will be quite happy to see that. So we've already had 12 minutes of this first quarter. Still goalless. Taylor with his eyes up. There's the aerial out to this left-hand side. O'Meara just puts it in over the sideline. Williamson to restart. The long aerial. There's Ramshaw securing the ball. Bit of a flare up on the far side. So in front of the benches. Don't think the umpire's going to take any action. Nick Banderak just having a word with T. Meccano, agreeing how they're going to restart. Sideline hit to Holcombe. Michael Royden-Turner on the ball. Tim Nurse jabbing in. O'Meara and Sam Taylor just moving the ball between them. Out to Ellis Robson. Push by the Holcombe player on Nick Banderak there. Dave Goodfield picked up by Nick Park now. Tom Morehouse carrying the ball out of defence there for Holcombe. Just over a couple of minutes left in this first quarter. Still no score. One penalty corner to Surbiton that they didn't manage to convert. Surbiton restart with Connor Williamson. They might just have one more chance to create a scoring opportunity. Long ball there from Williamson. Can't connect with Nick Banderak. The intention was good. Bowie just sitting in that screen area. Mia to Alex Chihota. That's the end of the first quarter. A little bit more intensity than the game last week. Obviously these sides know each other well. They only played each other last Saturday. So this is the first game in Pool A. The other teams in Pool A, Hampstead and Westminster and Cardiff and Met. Cardiff and Met will be playing Surbiton tomorrow afternoon here at 2 o'clock. Obviously, all these teams in the two pools, Pool A and Pool B, will be competing in Phase 3, trying to win places at the finals weekend. Obviously very proud from a Surbiton perspective to be hosting those finals again here at Sugden Road on Saturday the 1st and Sunday the 2nd of May. So if you want to get some tickets, they're available via the England Hockey website. You can book your tickets for the whole weekend or for either day separately, and car parking passes as well. We'd love to welcome you down to Sugden Road to see the top 4 men's sides and the top 4 women's sides compete in finals weekend. I think there's also some Masters hockey on the bank holiday Monday, Masters finals. They're great to see you down here. And in the meantime, one of the benefits that Surbiton get from winning both the men's and women's leagues up at the end of Phase 2 is that all their games are now at home all the way through to those finals. So all the way through to winning the competition. They would be playing home games, both the men's and the women's. So there are 2 games tomorrow here at Sugden Road, and then there are 2 games next Saturday, Saturday the 25th of April. Surbiton will be hosting Hampstead and Westminster in the men's game at 6 o'clock. And earlier in the day, the women will have their final Phase 3 game as well. As the hooter goes, Teague Meccano gets us underway. Aerial thrown by Holcombe into the circle. Connor Williamson gets the free hit as Holcombe encroach within the 5 metres. Surbiton still looking for that clear opening, an opportunity to get that first goal of the day. They've scored 78 goals so far in the league games this season. Good save there by Callum Douglas, but it comes back off the foot of James Gall. Umpires working well together there. Johnny Downer unsighted behind all the players and the keeper, but his colleague Chris Pelmar had a clear sight of it coming back off the keeper onto the Surbiton player. So a quick break from Holcombe created that opportunity, and now they get their first penalty corner of the day. So we've got Mubashir Ali on the first castle and Teague McCarno on the second castle. Good save from Callum Douglas, but Sam Taylor gets onto the rebound and finishes high into the Surbiton net. Holcombe take a 1-0 lead. Nick Banderak gets it underway. Surbiton will need to respond to that. Nick Nurse gives the ball away tamely there. Dave Goodfield carrying it into that final third. As the ball came across, there was a chance for a deflection there from Surbiton to quickly get back into the game, but they win the penalty corner. Adam Buckle running on with instructions from the sideline. The penalty corner call. It's going to be Will Calden to inject this time. We've got Connor Williamson and Nick Banderak, 27 and 23 at the top of the circle. There's the equaliser from Connor Williamson. Surbiton respond within a couple of minutes. Neat finish into the right-hand side of the goal from Connor Williamson. So Surbiton 1, Holcombe 1. Gareth Furlong underneath that. So Surbiton having scored 78 goals by the end of phase 2. That's number 79 of the season. Tommy Austin leading towards the ball there. Williamson out to Adam Buckle on this right-hand side. Buckle drives forward strongly. Gets the ball into the circle. So I think Holcombe were wanting the ball lifted dangerously off the stick of the Surbiton player, but actually what's being called there is that it's hit a Holcombe foot. Surbiton have another chance now. So it's going to be Tommy Austin to inject. We've got Furlong and Banderak as the penalty corner options. Gareth Furlong. That goes into the right-hand side of the goal. And having gone one behind, Surbiton have replied with 2 penalty corner goals. Got 2 balls on the pitch again. Connor Williamson comes away with the ball. Tommy Austin drives into the final third. Links with Nick Park. Nick Banderak with a good ball there across to Barry Middleton. Gareth Furlong, I think it was, with the ball into the circle. It was a good ball there. Nick Nurse introduced into the game. James Gall had won the ball there and then was pushed. So the umpire's call is that it's a penalty corner. I think some of the Surbiton players asking if that's deliberately stepping into the space, which of course would be a penalty stroke. So another opportunity, having scored 2 penalty corners, they've got a third one now to try and extend that lead. Furlong again. Dixon covering his post. Ball's gone out of play off a Surbiton player. So again, Holcombe are throwing the aerial and they're allowing the Surbiton player to receive it, but then they're encroaching within the 5 metres and giving away the free hit. It's about the third time that the same thing's happened. Going to be a card here for Matt Ramshaw. Something you don't see very often. Miss hit from Connor Williamson. Holcombe sensing an opportunity to go forward here. Good turn there from Michael Royden. Turner gets the ball across. Holcombe players had led towards the front post. There was nobody at the back post. Holcombe dropping back towards their 23. Tim Nurse trying to go around Rowan Bowie there. You start with the long corner. Williamson. Shot there from Tommy Austin, saved by Dom Dixon in the Holcombe goal. The great ball in there from Gareth Furlong, and a neat touch by Nick Banderak. Keeps up his scoring record. And having fallen a goal behind, Surbiton have quickly got themselves into a 3-1 lead. Ramshaw, back from his 2-minute suspension, restarts. Sanderson trying to cut the pitch in half, force Holcombe to go down the right-hand side. Buckle at the back. Johnny Gall. Played forward there, doesn't quite reach Max Anderson, but he retrieves the ball. Nick Banderak there looking to tee himself up for a quick shot. Didn't quite connect with it. So a good idea. Surbiton with a free hit. Taken quickly, Banderak across the circle. Cleared by Dom Dixon, the New Zealand goalkeeper. And that's a great touch again from Banderak. So I think from the umpire's angle, they've given that as going off the defender into the goal. Pretty clear from my angle, that's hit Nick Banderak. Nick Banderak knows that he scored that. I think we've got a better angle on that than the umpires had. The umpire's signalled that he's given a long corner and has disallowed the goal. So we'll see that on the replay. No video referrals yet in the England Hockey League. I'm sure that would have been an occasion where one would have been useful. So, welcome back. All the excitement just before the end of the first half. I'm sure you'll have rewound the live stream. Probably have a good idea by now that there might have been a goal from Nick Banderak just before half time. Obviously, our umpires were unsighted. He gave that as a long corner, and that was the end of the half. So, Surbiton will resume at 3-1, having got a goal behind. To a well-taken Sam Taylor rebound on a penalty corner. Surbiton then replied with 3 quick-fire goals, 2 penalty corners, and a strike from Nick Banderak. Resume 3-1 ahead. This is the 3rd time these teams have met. They met last week over at Holcombe, where it ended up 5-1 to Surbiton. And they played earlier on in phase 1 in October, when Surbiton ran out 4-1 winners. Holcombe pressing hard and turning the ball over. Nick Nurse just running the ball out of play there. David Goodfield carrying the ball away. Fouled there. Teague Meccano. Furlong getting his eyes up. Stu Rushmere finds himself out on this left-hand side. Strong carry by Connor Williamson. Looked like it was deflected off a Holcombe foot, given by the umpire. Max Anderson pushing it onto the foot of Rob Fielder. It's a long corner, ball coming back quickly. James Gall will take it. Dave Goodfield riding the challengers and getting the ball across, but there's nobody there to connect with it. I think if the umpire had the view that we had of that, there'd have been a card there for Ramshaw. Nurse carrying forward, plays it to the top of the circle. Long ball forward there by Royden Turner, but nobody to connect to. Two balls on the pitch. Johnny Downer just having a word with both captains. I think the captains are being told to keep the comments from the bench down. Free hit for the foul by Holcombe on Calnan. It's taken from a long way back. Another free hit there for Surbiton. Arc back to Furlong. Michael Rodden trying to get himself out of that corner. Hard given to Tim Nurse. Ball back in play from Holcombe. Got the ball in the circle now. Umpire playing advantage. A lot of appealing by the players for decisions to be made by the umpires. Rowan Bowie plays the ball into the circle there. Barry Middleton just talking to his team and making some changes. Tommy Austin picks that ball up, plays it forward early, just can't quite get it through to Max Anderson. Tim Nurse back on the field to Nick Park. He's hit it wide of that left post. James Gall was there with his stick down, but it evaded Gall's stick and the post. Good play by Nick Park. Park now back busy defending. Connor Williamson carries the ball out. Changes the side of the attack over onto this left-hand side. Finds Stuart Rushmere in a lot of space on that right-hand side. He drives in, pulls it back but can't connect. Alex Chihota on the ball. Take it down that left-hand side. Ellis Robson. Surbiton come away with the ball. Johnny Gall looking to connect. It's Nick Nurse, number 6. Finds Stuart Rushmere. Good defending by Sam Taylor. Picked up by 77 Matt Ramshaw. Be a free hit to Surbiton. Ramshaw looking to use 3D skills, but the umpire's call was that it was above knee height there, creating the danger. Free hit to Surbiton. Long corner. Midfield back to Furlong. Forward by Adam Buckle, connects with Max Anderson. That's really good play there by Surbiton. Really good play down this left-hand side, and then as the ball came across, Nick Nurse found himself in space on the back post, was able to convert. Really good team goal. Surbiton with a 4-1 lead. Just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Holcombe looking to respond. All picked up there by Rob Field. Turned over again in midfield. That's Stu Rushmere. Nothing given by the umpire. Van der Rack takes it on. There's Nick Park. Ball played forward by Connor Williamson to Nick Van der Rack. Umpire signals for a penalty corner. So an opportunity here. Will Calnan comes over to inject. This time it looks as though it's Rushmere and Van der Rack at the top of the circle. James Gould to stop, Van der Rack to flick. Goes through the goalkeeper. Nick Van der Rack gets his goal. So it's now a repeat of the score from last Saturday. Surbiton 5, Holcombe 1. Tim Nurse with the free hit. Nurse drives forward, puts it onto Alex Yehota's foot. Plays on. Surbiton still got the ball. Johnny Gall in that back two now. We're into the last 2 minutes of this third quarter. James Gore with the ball in the corner. Surbiton looking for one more opportunity. There we have it. That's the end of the third quarter. Surbiton leading by 5 goals to 1. So a quick reminder of the remaining games in Pool A. So today, Surbiton against Holcombe, Hampson and Westminster are playing Cardiff and Met. That was a 4:30 start. Tomorrow, Surbiton play Cardiff and Met. That's a 4:30 start here at Surbiton Hockey Club, Sugden Road. Hampson and Westminster are playing Holcombe. And then next Saturday, Surbiton will play Hampson and Westminster, 6 o'clock pushback. Next Saturday evening. and Holcombe will play Cardiff and Met. In the other pool, Old Georgians beat East Grinstead earlier today by 5-1. Wimbledon were playing Oxford later on. That was a 4:15 pushback. Tomorrow, the Old Georgians play Oxford, 2 o'clock, and Wimbledon face East Grinstead. That's a 4 o'clock pushback at Rains Park High School. And then next Saturday, Wimbledon will host the Old Georgians at 6 o'clock, and Oxford will host East Grinstead at 6 o'clock. Remember that finals weekend will be back here at Sugden Road, Surbiton Hockey Club, on Saturday the 1st and Sunday the 2nd of May. So that's the top 4 men's teams, top 4 women's teams. The semi-finals will be played on the Saturday, and then the finals and the 3rd and 4th place games will be played on the Sunday. If you want to get your tickets, you can get your tickets via the England Hockey website. Also, you can book your parking places in advance. Love to see you down here at Sugden Road for those games. The reward that the Surbiton men and women have got from winning the Phase 2, the league titles at the end of Phase 2, is that they play all their games at home now. And of course that will include those games in the finals weekend. So we're entering the 4th quarter. Barry Middleton about to get us underway. Good strong play on the ball there by Max Anderson. The challenge coming in from Rowan Bowie. Adam Buckle switches the play over to the right-hand side. Johnny Gall keeps it going out to Nick Park. Good block there from Alex Pendle, stopping the ball heading for the Holcombe circle. Barry Middleton looking to lead in that circle, but just unable to get on that pass from Gareth Furlong. Ellis Robson forward. That goes harmlessly over the baseline. Connor Williamson back to Johnny Gall. Holcombe with the free hit. Sam Taylor manages to recover there. Wins the free hit off the foot of Nick Park. Wasn't really taken from the right place, but the umpires allowed it. So Holcombe, having already scored from one penalty corner today, get another chance to pull a goal back. The umpires confer. Johnny Downer on the halfway line had a clear view that came off a Surbiton foot. I think the way that Nick Park's hobbling back to the line confirms that. So Teague Meccano, Mubashir Ali, Atbi Ali again. The Surbiton players are complaining, but the umpire's given the goal. So 5-2 to Surbiton. All picked up there by Stu Rushmere. Drives forward. Still got the ball. Yellow card there for Sam Taylor. Park on the edge of the circle. Goes off a Holcombe player, so it's going to be a Surbiton long corner. Well picked up there by Alex Pendle, but he slips. Good finish there by Will Calnan. Picks up the loose ball, spins on it, flicks it into the top left-hand corner of the Holcombe goal. Surbiton 6, Holcombe 2. Still got 12 minutes to play in this final quarter. Got 2 balls on the pitch. It's Alex Chihota to restart. Rob Field coming down this right-hand side for Holcombe. Up against Max Anderson. Holcombe free hit. Good defending there from Max Anderson. Surbiton come away with the ball. Stu Rushmere, just a change of pace there. Takes the ball forward, finds Banderak. So from this angle, it looked as though the Holcombe player cleanly took the ball and pushed it onto the Surbiton foot. Umpire's given it the other way. The umpires are going to confer. So Tim Nurse to inject. Van der Rack on one castle. Connor Williamson on the other castle. David Goodfield and James Gore to stop. Goes to Gall. It's in by Connor Williamson off that second castle. Straight down the goalkeeper's right-hand foot. That makes the score Surbiton 7, Holcombe 2. Dom Dixon closes the space down on Nick Van der Rack as he gets his shot away. Dom Dixon, the goalkeeper, slides out there. It'll be Tommy Austin to restart with a Surbiton long corner. Good skill there from David Goodfield. Another long corner for Surbiton. James Gore restarts. Good ball in there by Nick Park. All forward there by Ellis Robson. T. Meccano picks it up. Gareth Furlong carries it forward. Nick Nurse finds Johnny Gall. Ellis Robson getting a touch on it there. Stopping the ball going through to Max Anderson. Patience there from Gareth Furlong. Austin looking to go around the outside now. Wins the free hit for the foot. Right on the edge of that circle. Both sides making sure they're 5 meters away. Johnny Gall comes around the back. There's the space for Nick Nurse to carry forward. Connor Williamson gets the sideline hit. So just over 4 minutes to go. Surbiton leading by 7 goals to 2. Well picked up, good turn and change of pace there by Will Calnan. Wins the free hit. Surbiton look to go quickly. There's Banderak again. Just into the side netting. So as well as the hockey finals that we talked about earlier, there's also plenty of international hockey. Pro League resumes in London on the 13th of June with games through to the 28th of June. England's men will be playing Argentina, Australia, Pakistan and India, while England's women will be playing Germany, Australia, Spain and Argentina. All those games at Lee Valley. Tickets still available via the England Hockey website. Max Anderson going forward, gets the ball into the circle. Deflected over the baseline for another Surbiton long corner. Park twisting and turning on that right-hand side. Back to Furlong. Johnny Gall with space in the middle. Chance for Holcombe to break. Intercepted by Connor Williamson. Finds Max Anderson in space, who finishes through the legs of Dom Dixon. Making it Surbiton 8, Holcombe 2. As we enter the final 2 minutes. And then after those Pro League games, the World Cup takes place, starts on Saturday the 15th of August with the finals, women's final on the 29th and the men's final on the 30th of August. So that's just 116 days away. Those games taking place in Belgium and the Netherlands. England's men are in Pool D, along with India, Pakistan and Wales. Gareth Furlong, one of the scorers tonight, will hopefully be in that Welsh team. And the women, England's women are also in Pool D. They'll face China, India and South Africa. And the Scottish women have also qualified for the World Cup. They'll be in Pool B, along with Argentina, Germany and the USA. So if you've enjoyed today's game, look out for the games tomorrow. So it's a double header weekend for both the men and women. Surbiton's men will play Cardiff and Met tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. And earlier in the day, Surbiton's women will play Loughborough Students at 2 o'clock. Then join us next Saturday. Next Saturday, the 25th of April, Surbiton will host Hampstead and Westminster at 6 o'clock. And earlier in the day, Surbiton's women will host Wimbledon, with that game pushing back at 2 o'clock. So having gone a goal behind initially from a Holcombe penalty corner from Sam Taylor, Surbiton got themselves back into a strong position before conceding another goal and then putting on a spurt at the end, which sees them now lead by 8-2. Alex Chahota, the tackle comes in, knocks it onto his foot. It'll be a Surbiton free hit. Umpires looking at their watches. Very close to full time here now. There we have it. The umpires blow. And the game finishes here. Surbiton 8, Holcombe 2.